So I'm James Scott from Russell Roads. We're a civil roading and infrastructure company based in Hawke's Bay. We do civil and infrastructure projects for central and local government, as well as industrial projects for larger clients throughout Hawke's Bay. On our projects, we go through a whole heap of processes, building pavement, and we need a sweeper that can give us the option of working in tight, small spaces, but also sweeping the road to a final surface before we seal it that we couldn't achieve with our own gear. So we were looking for other options, how we would sweep our pavement more effectively, and we found the Master Sweeper, which has met all of our requirements. We predominantly use the Master Sweeper for our pre-seal pavement sweeping, also sweeping off the loose chip after chip sealing on our projects. We find it very versatile between the two. We've been working with Master Sweeper to develop the sweeper head so that we could do both pre-seal sweeping and also post-seal chip sweeping. Yeah, we find the Master Sweeper is very user-friendly. I personally have used the Master Sweeper and shown other operators how to use the Master Sweeper. For example, the float switch and also the tilting head. We find it very, very easy to operate and also pass on that information to potential new operators. The sweeper performance now, we've worked through a few things with Master Sweeper to develop it, and now the sweeping performance is second to none. We have dust suppression on the units, which really helps when you're working in an open air environment or in a closed air environment. It's developed to a point now where you could throw it at any application for your sweeping needs and it would do the job. So dust suppression's very, very important on our jobs. Airborne contaminants are an environmental risk that we have on our jobs. With the dust suppression, we no longer have to deal with that. We fill up the tank with fresh water and we go out and we sweep the job, and the amount of water that's applied to the pavement even prior to sealing is minimal, but it keeps the dust down and everybody happy. We find that the ergonomics of the cab and all of the luxuries of working within the Master Sweeper cab are great. You know, you've got really, really good visibility. Everything's at one touch of your finger. You've got fantastic air conditioning, really good sound system, and the actual tractor unit is not very loud at all, and it's a pleasure to drive and operate. We don't have to replace the brushes, but I'm sure Master Sweeper have done all the work and calculated the right amount of pressure to apply to the pavement and the surface so that they get limited brush wear, and the brush wear feature is really good. As I've said, it sweeps the pavement perfectly, so it's not too soft but it's not too hard, and you know, anywhere where we can save on plastic for the environment and things like that, a really good feature of this machine. It's got an extremely tight turning circle. You can turn these sweepers in very, very tight areas. You can do 1-point turns in a very, very small space. I find the movability very, very good. It's got a high, medium and low ratio box in it, so that's such a well thought out machine for operating. The efficiency that we gain from the Master Sweeper being a self-contained unit on its own trailer is fantastic for our operation. We just rock up to Master Sweeper, pick up our broom, go out and do our job and drop it back that afternoon or the very next day. It's perfect for us, and we get the job done, and we don't have to pay for a transporter to go and pick up or deliver the machine and then go back and pick it up and drop it back to Master Sweeper, so it's great. We use the Master Sweeper regularly. I think that they're a great machine. I'd really encourage anyone to go and try the Master Sweeper. 100% I recommend the Master Sweeper for our application and anyone else's that has sweeping to be done. It's a great unit and I haven't found one better today. I just think for someone that knows and uses machinery day in and day out, you know, you can take my word for it or you can go down and try it yourself and see how you get on.